It's really doing this shit again? No, like seriously, it's really doing this shit again? I thought this was fixed. Wow! Okay, no, we're gonna retry this. Alright, what's going on, you guys? It's Bryson. I'm here with another video. So as you guys can see, yeah, I'm trying to play my favorite game of all time, Friday the 13th. And it seems like we're having some trouble getting into the game. I really just don't understand this with Friday the 13th, man. You know. Okay, you know, screw you too, man. But the crazy thing is, man, we actually have some really bad news regarding Friday the 13th. Check this out. So over here on Twitter, they were saying like how Friday the 13th has an expiration of their license. So let's just check this out together. The time has come. Our license for Friday the 13th will expire on December 31st, 2023. On that date, Friday the 13th, the game will no longer be available for sale, both physically and digitally. The game will, however, continue to function through at least December 31st, 2024, if you already own it. At this time, we've made the decision to reduce the price to $4.99 for the base game and 99 cents for each piece of DLC content. We will continue to offer the title and the content at that price point right up until it is removed from the digital physical storefronts on December 31st, 2023. We would like to thank our community for the dedication they've shown to the Friday the 13th game and Gun Interactive as a whole. And we are happy the game will live on a while longer and continue to be enjoyed by anyone owning the game already. Alright, so basically what the fuck that means is that Friday the 13th, the game will not be playable after December 31st of 2024. And I'm just sitting here like, I've had played many games in my life, but I'm just kind of like, I don't really think that there's too many games that has made an announcement like that. Oh, look, it's Jev, my favorite content creator. By the way, Jeff's like Friday the 13th videos have always been my favorite. I actually watched his videos and got a lot of inspiration from them. He was actually the reason why I was like, I'm gonna take Friday the 13th and actually make it the first game that I'm gonna play. Although Friday the 13th, in my own like way, Friday the 13th was the game that got me into online gaming because I actually didn't have Xbox Live until I bought Friday the 13th because I mean, you kind of couldn't really play the shit without Xbox Live anyway. But anyway, it's just crazy to me because like Friday the 13th was just like this really fun game, and now like they can't do anything with the game. Like it's not gonna function after December 31st. Now, granted, the game came out in 2017 and it will be 2024. So who will really play it at this point? I mean, it's 2023. You see me playing the shit. I play it. I just don't understand. Like it's always something with this game. And if you had saw the part 3 for the virtual cabin experience that I had uploaded on YouTube, if you haven't watched it, make sure you go check it out. I had even mentioned how the game had just went through some terrible setback because we were supposed to get one of the coolest Jasons of all time, Jason X, and we was gonna get probably one of the coolest maps like they would have ever created, the Grendel ship. And because of the lawsuit that happened between, some people who actually created Friday the 13th or wrote it, whatever, we hadn't been able to get that content. Now, they was able to put out the single player challenges and the offline bots and things of that nature, but we couldn't get the Jason X stuff. I promise you, if we was able to get Jason X and the Grendel stuff, I wouldn't even be complaining about the game. I just felt like it was just like so bad for business. It's not really Gun Interactive or Gun Media's fault that that whole situation happened. I mean, like they didn't necessarily foresee a lawsuit coming. And I don't think anybody else saw a lawsuit coming within Friday the 13th. I mean, hell, before the game came out, there was going to be a movie that was going to come out in 2016, but unfortunately, because of box office performance with a movie called Rings, they didn't want to release the Friday the 13th movie that they had planned. Which I actually read about it, and I thought it was actually going to be a pretty good movie. Like, I mean, the whole script, not the whole script, but the premise, the synopsis of the film had even linked online. I thought the movie was going to be pretty damn good if you ask me. Unfortunately, that lawsuit really like robbed us from such a really cool experience and really cool map and just having a fun game, period, and it just really sucks that, Friday the 13th just had to go through all this bullshit, you know what I mean? And I hate it because Friday the 13th is one of my favorite franchises, one of my favorite like scary movies of all time. Jason Voorhees is definitely a horror icon. And here we go with the expiration of the license. And another reason why this sucks is because, when the lawsuit actually was settled, I don't know if they was able to make like content. Like if you paid like real close attention, we wasn't able to have shit that was related to Friday the 13th. We wasn't able to have movies. Was it t-shirts? I'm not really sure if we could get t-shirts, but we couldn't have no movies. We couldn't have no fucking movies, and they couldn't finish the game, because of the lawsuit. But now, because the lawsuit is over with, we can actually have like a movie. And I think that they're coming out with a TV series for the show. that will be coming out very, very soon. I can't wait to watch it. But, you know, I just said to myself, I was like, you know, it would have been really freaking great if we could have got the Jason X and the Grendel map like they promised us. And then, yeah, unfortunately, as a consumer, we really got screwed out of that. You know, I personally did not like that. I actually really, really hated that as a consumer. I didn't appreciate that at all. And so now here we are. Friday the 13th will not be here. It will not function after December 31st of 2024. Well, I'm telling you this right now, and I'm sticking to this. Friday the 13th will not be played on this channel unless there is a calendar day for Friday the 13th. Hell, that day I might even stream the game, who knows. But other than that, Friday the 13th is done. Once the game can't function anymore, well actually after this month, I'm not playing Friday the 13th anymore. I just kind of have my ends with the game. If you watch some of my videos on my channel, you'll see that I had some of the worst problems with lobbies. I'm not even talking about team, like people that's trying to attempt to team kill, but just more so lobbies being, you know, corrupted, people quitting, you know, bugs. It's never ending with Friday the 13th. Oh man, it was a fun experience, but Jesus, is also such a headache at the same time. But I love you, Friday the 13th, and I will hold you near and dear to my heart.